Bolly Grotto, Weep Diddy Bog, I'm Engineer Hoist. Welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars stream here on my channel. Sorry for the late start. I was stuck on a phone call which I thought was going to be resolved a lot quicker than it was. But hey, we're here now. Thank you for everybody who was in the chat earlier already hanging out. We got Grand Galvatron who is here as usual, Lightning Striker, Pete Francis, Big D, Potato Man, Destroyer Fire Rage, Hotshot, Damon Swinky, and too many names to count. Red Alert's in the house, Arrow, Dragon Storm. Good to see you guys. Let's get to some Transformers Earth Wars news. This weekend's event is called the Gmetal. And it reminded me of the Tenacious D song "The Metal," and I was trying to find some clever way of incorporating some lyrics for that, and I just couldn't figure out a good way of doing it. But just if you haven't heard that song, it's a nice, fun song. Tenacious D is a fun band. Jack Black is one of the members of it. If you may know of him, if not Tenacious D. I did see Big Bronze Rim checking out. Good to see you. Okay, let's get to the news. And all of a sudden it's not working the way it's supposed to. I thought I had. There we go. Oh goodness gracious! It's a symphony of errors, or I don't know if that's a term, but it is now. It's a symphony of errors. So take part in this weekend's event to win a guaranteed Gmetal chip, a guaranteed gold chip, guaranteed silver chip. These are all power core chips. I didn't write that out. Up to 50,000 spark, 2,000 premium crystal shards, 1,500 3-star shards, and 600 4-star shards. If you want to go get more, you can go the extra mile like we tend to do lately and unlock final thrust crystals. This is an individual event. It starts and ends at the usual Friday, Monday start times for your time zone. And there's triple XP during this event. How do you participate? Well, since it's an individual event, you don't have to be in an alliance, but you do have to be headquarters level 4. Tap the event button, and you guys probably know how to play the events by now. The event battle zones are the standard battle zones. And here is a summary of the totalizer. You actually get each of these prizes at multiple levels, but for readability, as usual, I summarize it here for you. And so you can see all those points. The silver power core chip actually comes pretty early, only 1,300 points, which should be achievable for most people. Even the gold power core chip is only 5,000 points. Most people should be able to get that. If you're only about headquarters level 4 or 5, it might be a stretch, but I think most people would be able to get that. But the Gmetal power core chip does require 15,000 points, and it's all on you to get it done. You can't rely on your alliance mates to help out because it's not an alliance event. But if you get in there and grind, if you actually play and use every fuel cell that you have available to you, you could actually get the Gmetal power core. Again, if your squads are weaker, you can't hit the higher zones, it might be tough for you. But you grind it out, and I think you can get it. A lot of people are going to be getting the Gmetal. I don't usually score 15,000 points on an individual event, but I think I'm going to be actually pushing to get there. So there we go. And if you just want to keep playing, so you can take advantage of the triple XP, you can go all the way up to 50,000 points to get as many as 5 final thrust crystals. And what are in the final thrust crystals? A whole bunch of spark. You can get anywhere from 5,000 up to 100,000 spark out of each of the final thrust crystals. Now the 100,000 spark is about as rare as a 5-star bot from what I hear, but it is there. And I just want to remind everybody that if you hop over to my Discord server, I know a lot of you guys are already there. I do have a fresh batch of Secret Stash loot links, and we'll be doing giveaways. Haven't done trivia in a while, but we did recently do a giveaway because the previous batch was about to expire, so I had to get those out. So definitely head on over there, and you can have an opportunity to win some Secret Stash. What is in the Secret Stash, you ask? Well, Sharkticon boosters, Spark, and Premium Shard. You can get one of those prizes. I'm not entirely sure of the levels, but they're from I've had no complaints from the people who've won. I did see Trios join. Good to see you, man. You've been hiding. A lot of people have been asking about you. Good to see you out and about there. It's been a while, man. We all miss you. We all miss you. Let's see. Oh, the next bit of news. I saw a few people discussing it earlier. It came in the newsletter. Remember a few weeks ago, they had a place where you could go and vote for an Autobot that you want to see in the new trailer going up against, I forget what they're, I don't think they said what they're going up against, but it's going to be some kind of a Decepticon. So everybody went in there, they put in their votes. I voted for Impactor. Why don't you guys tell me down in the chat, or if you're watching the replay in the comments, who did you vote for to be in the new trailer? Like I said, I voted for Impactor, but as you see on the screen, these are the bots that were selected. Optimus Prime, big surprise, Starsaber, Ultra Magnus, Grimlock, Elita 1, and the newest Transformer, basically in the history of Transformers, is Sentius Magnus. So these are the 6 bots that will be featured in the new trailer. What is the new trailer about? No idea. I guess we're just going to have to hang on and go and find out when they release it. But Sharksy says he voted for Sea Spray. That would have been fun to see. I don't think Sea Spray has enough of a fan base to do that, unless there was some kind of a grassroots movement where everybody's like, hey, vote for Sea Spray, vote for Sea Spray. I don't think Sea Spray'd ever get in there. That would be fun to see, though. Glacius Prime says, good to be here again. Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. And that's pretty much it for the news, other than to say that this is the off week for the official Transformers live stream. They will be back next week on the usual Transformers Earth Wars social media channels, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And we're back around to that. And I do have some crystals to crack. Now, you might notice a little bit of a difference with the way that this thing is set up, because I did get the new iPhone, and the aspect ratio on the screen is actually wider than the previous one, and I didn't have time to update my overlay, but I think it works out okay there. Now there has been an issue with the new operating system on the iPhone, and it did affect me. I'm hoping that the crystals will still crack, so fingers crossed on that. If not, I believe they said you can sign out of Game Center and everything should work fine. I'm currently signed into Game Center, so I've got my fingers crossed that it's going to work. If not, we might have to hop off the, well, not shut down the stream, but I might have to hide the iPhone as I go and make some settings changes. Yeah, man, I got it on the day it came out. I was just kind of checking it out online, like, hey, you know, let's go ahead and take a look. We'll go ahead and order it, because I'm overdue. It's been like 3 years since I updated my phone. And first I checked, it was going to be like middle of October sometime. Then it even said it was going to be 2 weeks from now or something. But then it got shipped and showed up on the day it was supposed to show up. The problem is I also ordered something else to go along with it, and that didn't show up, and that's what I was on the phone about. But you know, it'll get resolved at some point, I'm sure. So let's go see if we can crack some crystals. Yeah, that's just a free crystal here to claim. We'll go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and use that crystal now, though. Alright, so if you had fast eyes, you would have seen that we've got 46 of these operative crystals available to crack open, giving me a chance to win a 2, a 3, or a 4-star punch. And there's also other crystal, I think shard crystal prizes available. So William Wilkinson, you're saying it's clunky? I don't think it's clunky. It's just it caused an issue with the game. Did I do the face swap, Patriot Prime? I didn't see his face swap, and no, I don't do. I'm not going to do a face swap. I don't do face swaps. They're silly. If people like them, that's great. It's not something that I'm interested in doing. So how about we crack open these crystals? First one, three-star shards. Now, going through my history of these types of events, we got Tigerhawk at the 4-star, and I believe that's the only 4-star I got out of these chance crystals. I did get 3-star a few times, but Tigerhawk was the only 4-star, unless you count RC, but that was like an individual event. Oh, it's thinking about it for a second. Thinking about it for 10 seconds. Oh, this is not a good sign. It's going to be like premium shards. Well, like I said, there's been issues with this, and I might have to back out of this. The kid's keeping us in suspense. Okay, everybody know? I have had it wait this long and still actually end up giving the prize. I'm not sure if it's going to work. It did work in the last crystal, though. We opened 2 crystals. Yeah, somebody call Wheeljack. Yeah. Or Perceptor. Where's Hey, Perceptor, get over here. The space bridge is broken. All right. Okay, I'm calling it. I'm shutting down. I'm shutting down the game, and we're going to go in, and I'm going to adjust my settings. I'm going to sign out of Game Center. Let me just remember how to do that. There we go. And get back into the game. Of course, naturally, it's asking me to sign back into Game Center. No, you're causing the problem. Okay, so we'll try this again. Apparently, I got Punch. We just didn't see him come through because we have the story now. But what star level did we get? Okay, so Goldfire says, "So you're Punch, I guess. Well, I was never sure if you truly existed. That's the general idea when you're my line of work, Goldfire. It pays to be on no one's grid. Must be tough though, stepping in and out of 2 worlds, kind of belonging to neither." Right, sure, I've changed forms a few times, but never allegiance or my personality. Yeah, it's a lonely path I tread, Rook. In my business, there are no friends, only suspects. So when you're the other guy, Counterpunch. Right, when you're Counterpunch, you must have to, I don't know, act the part to the point where you really believe you're him. True, sometimes me, him, we blur. Counterpunch is a creation. I know that. Sounds like he's trying to convince himself. But when I'm him, I'm him. Does that make sense? But it can't not have an effect on you. True. But there's the whole greater good thing. I've done stuff as Counterpunch that, well, I'd rather not think about. But in the process, I hope I've saved a lot more lives than I've taken. Right. Listen, places to be, you know. Uh-huh. Can't just stand around chatting. Later. Like I say, I walk a lonely path. Hey, you always got me, right? Right, but you know, you're me, so it's not quite the same. That's so. See, I don't feel like you at all. Maybe I'm the truth, and you're the fiction. No, no, I'm me! You only exist because of me! Wonder who you're trying to convince, Punch, old buddy. Me or you? Oh, juicy. Little bit of dialogue there. So let's go see what did we get. Is he going to be at the bottom of the 4-star list? No, no such luck. How about the 3-star list? It was a 3-star. It was a 3-star punch. We just didn't see him come through the space bridge, but he indeed did come through the space bridge. So there is a 3-star punch before we even got the 2 stars. So very cool. We got the 3-star punch on the second crystal, even though we didn't get the satisfaction of seeing him come through the space bridge. Very cool. All right, let's go back in there and hope the next time one comes out, we actually see him come out. And immediately a second 3-star punch, or maybe this was the 3-star punch that we got the first time. No, that's that. We had 46, so that was the third crystal. So yeah, immediately a duplicate 3-star punch. I think this is a 2-star. All right, there we go. Boom. Okay, one left. Only one left. So we did actually get the satisfaction of seeing the 2-star punch come through. All right, 42 chances to get that 4-star. Didn't happen this time, though. And more 3-star shards. Looks like we've got a 3-star crystal waiting over there for us. Another duplicate punch. Four-star shards. I don't even know how close I am to a 4-star crystal. Hey, look, there's another 2-star duplicate. Howard Waverly is saying if the space bridge completely freezes, it means you're getting a new bot. Usually, but it could also mean that you're having an issue. As it turned out, it was indeed a new bot. 200 premium shards. That's what I was expecting. just because of the pain that we went through waiting with this broken space bridge, I was expecting premium shards. But no, it was the next best thing it could have been. It was the 3-star punch. So that was very cool. And we actually, because of that, we got the dialogue early in this crystal cracking stream instead of at the end. Well, I guess the whole stream's not crystal cracking, but this portion of it is anyway. There's another 2-star. 4-star shards. Oh, wait. Oh, is it saying we've got 2 of them? Oh, no. We're a long way from... Oh, we've got a premium crystal waiting for us. We're a long way from a 4-star crystal. We're not getting a 4-star crystal tonight, guys. But that's fine. We might get a 4-star bot. Hey, look at that. It's another 3-star dupe. So that's 3 3-stars so far. We still got 29 to go. Dragonstorm says when you get a new bot, it freezes, so you leave and come back. Yeah, there you go. Was that another new 3-star dupe, or is that the same one? Sometimes I get caught up in the chat and I don't... I miss things. 3-star shards. Yeah, 4-star shards are always good. There you go. Always good. More premium shards. More premium shards. Another punch. It's the wrong flavor. We need the 4-star. Four-star shards. I'll keep taking those though. Premium shards too. More premium shards. More premium shards. More premium shards. Alright, we're running out of chances for this 4-star to show up. Still got 14 chances though. Still got plenty of time. Plenty of time. 3-star shards. Another duplicate. That's okay. It gives us, we get shards out of that too, plus power core and spark. And another one. 8 crystals remaining. 8 more chances. 7 more chances for the 4-star. Three-star shards. 3-star shards. That little pause, I thought it was going to happen. 4 chances left, but I saw somebody say you only need 1. That's right, you only need 1 crystal, you can get that 4-star. There's another 2-star. Another 2-star, and one last crystal. Is the 4-star punch hiding in this crystal? Or is he hiding in one of the ones that I didn't get? We'll find out right now. It's not going to happen, but we did pull the 3-star, and we've got a few crystals to crack. So we've got 3 premium crystals. And a 3-star crystal. 3-star crystal gives us a duplicate. Skylynx. Haven't seen him come through the space bridge in a while. And 3 premium crystals. Let's go ahead and see if we get lucky with these. Got a jump stream. Got her sister Dust Up. Oh, Rust Renegade sister. And the last premium crystal to crack is a duplicate Mirage. Can barely see him though, because he's Mirage. Alright, and that concludes the crystal cracking portion of this live stream. But let's go ahead and go take a look at him down there. So there is the 3-star punch. He starts off at a power 101 with damage and health. You can read it there. It's going to go up almost immediately. Covert operations. We saw that last weekend when we were showing this off on the test server. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I do love that he actually transforms into Counterpunch, or I imagine Counterpunch transforms into Punch during this ability, because it makes sense, because he's going undercover. So, as a covert operation. So, that is very cool that they go do that. Yeah, let's check him out. One thing that would be cool, though, is if in this screen, if part of his transformation, he didn't just transform into the car, he actually would transform into Counterpunch. That would be pretty cool. I can see why they didn't do it, because they are supposed to be separate bots, and, you know. But he's still very cool, and yeah, we showed him off before. I mean, the spot on job of this Power of the Primes figure they did in the game. You know, excellent job. I mean, they just absolutely nailed it. Both sides too. Counterpunch looks just like the Counterpunch in the game. Very, very cool. All right. The Alliance is full right now, but if you are Headquarters 11 and 2800 medals, you can actually just search out NonToxic Gamers and give it a try. Trios, thanks for stopping by, man. There was something else I was going to do on the stream. Oh yeah, And I just noticed he's hiding behind a little thing. I found this guy in the wild. Was just happened to be at my local Walmart and saw this guy on the shelf. So naturally I went and canceled my online order, which still hasn't shipped. And so very cool. Very happy to have Thundercracker because now I can pop him open and swap this smirking head. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it'll focus on that, but the packaging in there might mess it up too. But he's got the head that should have been on Starscream. He's got kind of got that. I'm not doing a very good. No, yeah, I'm not doing a very good job of making the faces. And you know, I did not bring scissors with me. I meant to, but then I got stuck on the phone. Give him face surgery? Oh yeah, absolutely, giving him face surgery. Still got to find time to get over there and visit Red Alert, who's got my Rainmakers. I hope you're taking care of them, and I hope you're enjoying them. So there he is, out of the package. Let's see if the package is out of the way. If he'll focus now. No, it's just not meant to focus on close-ups. But yeah, trust me, he's got a nice smirk. He's got the classic Starscream smirk. I don't know if you guys want me to go get some scissors. If you want to hang on a second, I can go get some scissors and pop them open. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm sure the answer is going to be yes. I'm going to put you on the thumbnail for a second. Hang on. And we're back. What are you going to be for Halloween? Yeah, that's a good question. That's coming up soon, isn't it? I'm not sure what I'm going to be. I usually dress as a pirate. You know, you might think, oh, I'm going to be a Transformer or something, but you know, I was a robot once, very long ago as a kid. It wasn't a Transformer or anything. It was just cardboard boxes and some, I think, air conditioning ducting. Like for dryer vents and stuff like that. Man, that was the worst costume ever. It was so hard to move around in. You know, just got that and spray painted it, and it was pretty cool. But I just can't see myself getting dressed up as a Transformer for just like for Halloween or something. I'm not a big costume guy. I know some people do cosplays and stuff like that at conventions, and it's very, some of them are mighty impressive, but I just don't see myself doing something like that. Is that all that he's got? I think the best I would pull off Transformers related would be something like a humanized version of a bot or something like that. Yeah, kind of like the holomatter avatars that they did in IDW, where Swerve was a character there or things like that. That would be something that I might pull off now that I think about it. All right, I got him out, but I had to kind of unpeg him a little bit. Let's get him back together. Should have brought in Starscream and the rest of the other Seekers too, but. There he is, all out of his package. It's a little loose, his little null ray things. Yeah, they're fine. A little floor polish or something will do him just fine. So yeah, there is Thundercracker. He's looking good. Now, if you compare all the battle damage they have on all of the Seekers, I've seen pictures where people have them together. Plus, I've also confirmed on the ones of my own. All the battle damage is basically the same, and it's really kind of this splotch right here. I noticed this group of splotches right here. I noticed was it's identical. So they just, as they're going, they just all got the same splotch of the battle damage paint. But you know, it's okay. So yeah, there he is. There is Thundercracker, and oh yes, definitely going to be doing the face surgery or the head surgery, and it's just a single screw in the back of the head to take it apart, and that's pretty common for Transformers, both Hasbro and third party. Some of them you can just pop off of a ball joint, but even if you can do that, if you're able to get a screw in there and remove it, it makes it easier, because some of them are pretty tight, and I'm kind of afraid to break the ball joint or something. So Grand Galvatron says, I guess they shared the splotches. Yeah, they must have been flying the same pattern, you know, single file, and it was just kind of you know, there was like an eruption or something, like a fountain or something that just kind of hit them all at the same time. So let's see if we can get him transformed. So I know this. Oh, that's right. I forget that it comes packaged with the jets up like that, but in robot mode, it actually transforms more back like that to get it out of the way. Okay, so we gotta kind of pull this back a little bit so it untabs, and then you can kind of get this whole thing loose. Flip down. I love this part, by the way, that these parts, you know, are the front of the Tetrajet, and they actually flip all the way around to be like the little shoulder deals. I don't know what you call them. So let's see. Okay, the chest, you know, I know this was terrible on Starscream, but was pretty decent on Skywarp and Redwing. Yeah, it's not too bad. It came off a little bit on the one side. Not as bad as Starscream, that's for sure. Okay, get that up out of the way. Feet go in like that. Do they go like that? No. No. Okay, so yeah, it rotates at the waist. How quickly you forget when you don't transform these things all the time. So you rotate at the waist and you fold up the legs. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love that this piece in the back kind of springs in, because it fills out the leg in robot mode, but then it allows you to get a nice deep knee bend for robot, and it also gets a nice deep fold for the jet mode. And then the arms, I know, actually kind of open here. The hand rotates in. You kind of accordion that in, and you guys totally didn't see that, but that's okay. I'm sure you've seen MGO or somebody else's video. And that's kind of how it sits. It's also pretty cool that the arm is kind of at a 45-degree angle. Okay, so open that up. Spin in the hand, and then you kind of accordion the arm back like that, and then you close it back up. See, when I do my reviews, I don't usually do them sitting face to the camera. That's why I usually do the behind the camera thing, because it's a little bit easier, because you're kind of basically looking at the same thing that I'm showing to you guys in the camera. Okay, so once we've got him all nice and curled up like that, just kind of bring the front of this down. I don't think it tabs in anywhere, but the wings do tab in. They kind of go up. They kind of go up underneath there. Plus, I got a couple of places to tab on the arm. And then we kind of put this piece back in, flip the what used to be the chest piece up, get the extra little piece of the packaging thing out of the way, and there is oh, guns. You could totally leave the guns on his shoulders if you want, but you know there's also ports underneath the wings, which is kind of I think where they're intended to be for the vehicle mode. But it's your toy. Display it how you wish. You guys know where that's from. So there you go. There's Thundercracker, basically a blue Starscream. You know, just kind of like Skywarp is a black Starscream and Red Wing is a red Starscream, or Starscream a gray Thundercracker. Discuss. Now, Starscream is the leader of the Seekers, and I believe there was some fiction. I don't know what fiction it was in, where they kind of explained the reason they all look alike was because it was kind of a tradition within the Seeker Corps for all of the members to take the form of the commander, and Starscream was the commander. So that's why all the Seekers look alike. Hey, Red Alert! Thanks for stopping by. Last few days of overnight work. Oh, I bet you're glad about that. Overnights suck. But yeah, hang in there, dude. Let's see. So there you go. There's Thundercracker. We'll set him back here for now, so you can kind of see him. He's just kind of a blue mass. How about I put? I'll hang him over here, so he'll just kind of blend in. You won't even be able to see him. You can kind of see him, but he's camouflaged for my wall. Howard Waverly asking, do I like Ozzy Osbourne? Well, it's not really Transformers related, but I do like some of his music. Yes, I definitely like rock music. That's my preferred genre of music, rock and metal and stuff like that. I listen to a little bit of everything. Let's see, Big Bronze Room saying one MP Tetra Jets. That would be pretty cool. And might as well. It's one mold, and they can be guaranteed that they're going to be able to sell. So many of them. Not everybody's going to collect all of them, but there's going to be people out there that would collect the entire series. I mean, so many people out there. You can guarantee if you put out a Starscream and a Skywarp and a Thundercracker, there's going to be a lot of people out there trying to get all three. That's one of the things where it can be frustrating when they don't put out all three. It's like, just a Starscream. You know, if they put out just a Starscream, it's okay because sometimes, yeah, it's fine. But if they put out just a Starscream and a Skywarp, you're like, where's the Thundercracker? Or they put out, or they put out a Starscream and the Thundercracker. It's like, where's the Skywarp? You know, so yeah. But then they go and do like what Siege did. They've got a Starscream, a Skywarp, a Thundercracker, Red Wing, plus 3 Rainmakers. So that's like 7 Seekers. And yeah, I'm going to have them all. But that's nothing compared to Iron Factory. These little guys. I've lost count of how many of them they got, because there's a Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker. They've got the 3 Coneheads, Sunstorm, Acid Storm, Red Wing. There's a Bitstream and a Hot Link, I think, also so far. So they've got 11 of those. They've got 11 of these guys, Iron Factory does. So you talk about milking a mold. There you go. Now, Form King Starscream. That's one Starscream that I'm glad they didn't make any of. That Power of the Prime Starscream. Ugh. Just not very good. I mean, and you know, Alita 1 is basically the same figure, but she gets away with it because we don't have a lot of Alita 1 figures. That's why she gets away with not being called a bad figure. But with so many Starscreams out there to put out that figure, I think that's why a lot of people are, you know, just on that one. I mean, I got it because, you know, yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I can't remember if that was part of a like a buying the wave kind of a deal, or if I think I just got it off the shelf because, you know, that's what I do. You know, how do they form King Starscream? Well, the Siege figures don't form any. They're not combiners. In the Power of the Primes, that Starscream did have a combined mode similar to Elita 1. It transforms the same way. And being the Power of the Prime / Combiner Wars, they shared that same peg. So you can plug in any 4 bots that you wanted to. If you were really crazy and wanted King Starscream, you would get that Power of the Prime Starscream. There, I don't know if they put out they didn't put out a combiner other than that Starscream. They didn't put out one in Hasbro, but they did put out like a Ghost Starscream with a Grand Galvatron set. Grand Galvatron, I'll tell you. Sunstreaker Waza, you're up late, dude, but good to see you in the stream, man. But let's see. So yeah, so you got the Power of the Prime Starscream, Ghost Starscream from that Grand Galvatron set in the Unite Warriors that came out in Japan. You've got this guy, Gold Starscream from the Golden Lagoon set. And let's see, there's also Shattered Glass Starscream, came from the final mystery figure, the Transformers Collector Club subscription service. I can't think if there's a 4th one for the limbs. So that's you got the Torso Starscream plus 3 limb Starscreams. I can't think of if there's any other limb Starscream, so you might actually have to just get some other Starscream figure or an Air Raid figure or something and have to do a custom to make that 4th Starscream limb. So don't worry, Dirty Spot, it's all available on the replay, man. I saw that, Sunstreaker. You're going to go visit Space Ape. Very cool, man. You'll have to let us know how that works out, man. I'm glad you finally made it there. I know you were kind of hoping that kind of bummed that when we went last year, but hey, it's all about you this time. So it's good to. I'm glad you kind of make it, and I got to admit, I didn't go there for me. APOC, leader of our NonToxic Gamers, by the way, down there. That's what that logo is. He actually had the hookup and just could bring a few people with him, and I hopped on with that, and we were actually going over there for some game other than Transformers Earth Wars. But since we were going over there, I immediately said, "Hey, can we talk to the Transformers Earth Wars guys?" And they made it happen, and it was very cool. We got to meet Giannis and Adam and Josh and the Deb, all the people that you've seen on the stream. I don't think Hyro, and I know, dude, I can't remember the other dude's name. In the stream, I know that they weren't, I don't think, on the streams yet. So, but let's see, Max, he's in the VIP chat. You haven't seen him on the stream, but we met him too. All very cool people, very nice, and so we chatted a little bit. They asked for some feedback, and I'm still waiting for the Hoist to be in the game, guys. I even told you who you could put him up against. In fairness, I mentioned that to Josh, and then he immediately went somewhere else. I think working on a different game or something like that. But so anyway. I was just kidding. I'm not really upset. I understand all that, but yeah, I would love to have Hoist in the game. Just I mean, if for no other reason, I want to put that as my avatar in the game. That would be very cool. So, yeah. So, hey, Sunstreaker, since you've already got your namesake in the game, push for Hoist. Get Hoist in there. Yeah. I was kidding, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to hearing your report on the subject. So, Howard Waverly, my name is Engineer Hoist. That's my name. See, so what else we got here? I want Blue Streak, Soundbot saying I want Blue Streak, Trailbreaker, Brainstorm, and Grapple in Earth Wars. I would love to see Grapple in Earth Wars because that would mean Hoist is probably not far behind. Although, not necessarily. I mean, we've had Inferno for a while and still no sign of Red Alert. Blue Streak, they could easily do Blue Streak. We've already got Smokescreen and Prowl, and they share the similar body type, even though surprisingly, they didn't use the same model for Prowl for Smokescreen. They used the Jazz model for Smokescreen. It still works. Trailbreaker, yeah, I'd love to see Trailbreaker too because that's an easy skin for Hoist. Brainstorm would be pretty cool. Now, point on Brainstorm, even though he's a headmaster, you're not. I know people talk about it all the time. Are we going to see headmasters, target masters, power masters? No, you're not going to see them. That's just my. that's just my personal opinion, my personal feeling. They're already tiny, and they basically act as power cores for the bots, and we've got power core thing in there. And plus, we also have Mind Wipe and Skull Cruncher, aka Skull Smasher, who were headmasters. They're in the game, and they're not as headmasters. So I don't see that. Brainstorm also was a headmaster, but even in the IDW comics, he was not a headmaster. He was just Brainstorm. But yeah, still, he would still be pretty cool. I do like Brainstorm. I still got my G1 Brainstorm, one of the few G1 figures I still have. Let's see. Jessica Harns asking, do I have Siege Omega Supreme? Not yet. I hear he's arriving soon. I ordered most of my figures from TF Source, and they didn't get their shipment yet, so I expect to see him. It might be another month or so before we see him on the stream. By the time he actually arrives there, I order it and then ship it and arrive and stuff like that. I did recently get another Omega Supreme though. It's the Mech Fans Toys. I don't have it nearby. It's in the other room. But it's kind of like a legend scale. He's roughly leader size of a bot, you know. But he's meant to be scale with these guys. He's meant to scale with the little Iron Factory type of a figure. Pretty cool figure actually. But I saw that and I missed out on him when he first came out because surprisingly I hadn't heard of him. I did ultimately get him. He's actually pretty cool, but the package smelled weird because I think that company tends to make a lot of KOs. Although from my research, that was an original figure from them, but it still kind of had a funky smell. But once you get it open and let all the gases out and poison yourself lightly, the smell goes away. Maybe it just burned my nostrils. Let's see. See, Optimus Prime says, looking to get a Masterpiece Autobot toy for the first Transformer. Which one should you get? One that's affordable and cool. Masterpiece Bumblebee, the first one, is pretty affordable and he's pretty cool. Or any of the other Autobot cars, by now, you should see them pretty good deals, probably around the neighborhood of 50 or 60 bucks. See, Sunstreaker was saying, for a long time we thought we'd never have Titans, countering my point about headmasters and stuff like that. That's a fair point, touche. Quick Switch, yeah, that's another one I'm going to say. I'm thinking we're not going to be seeing six changers, or at least not as six changers. But as Sunstreaker Waza, my esteemed colleague Sunstreaker Waza just pointed out, we never thought we'd have Titans either. Lion Striker, what about Heatwave, Chase, and Boulder, like from the Rescue Bots? They're not really straying a whole lot from G1 and Beast Wars, although they did tap into Armada a little bit and even kind of crossed over. I hesitate to say movie with Barricade, because Barricade is, even though he originated in the movie, he has been brought into the fold because we're getting a Siege Barricade. He was like a recolor of Prowl, and he actually even showed up in the recent comics, I noticed. I don't think they're going to be going over for Rescue Bots. I'd love to see them though. I love the Rescue Bots. By the way, I've started watching the Rescue Bots Academy. I found it, I think, on Netflix. I'm a few episodes in, and even though it's not true to the G1, Hoist is a character in Rescue Bots Academy. So that was nice to see. Let's see. Soundbot saying, what's your favorite movie of Stephen King's? I'm not a big horror guy. Not a big horror guy at all. I can't say that I haven't seen any of them, but none of them that really are top of mind. Quick Strike would be a good triple changer. Yeah. Who would be his counter though? Quick Strike from Beast Wars, he turns into what, like a Cobra and Scorpion, right? Who would be his auto? I can't think of his. Well, in game they call them all Autobots, but in Beast Wars it's Maximals. Earth Wars Barricade is G1. Right. They'd end up in the movie verse back in the Drift story. $19 for what there, Optimus Prime? Was that the Bumblebee? Sounds about right. I mean, even brand new, that Masterpiece Bumblebee was only $60. The other Autobot cars like Sideswipe and Trax and Prowl, they went for, I think, like $80 US, obviously. Just obvious because I'm in the US, but I have seen some of them, you know, as time has passed, they've come down to like what were 80, were like now 60 or whatever. The newer bots, they're a little more complex and stuff like that. Like the Sunstreaker should have been in that $80 price range, but he came in at like $125. Oh, that's right. Shawshank Redemption was a Stephen King story. So yes, definitely that one's my number one. I love Shawshank Redemption. If I recall, he didn't write it as Stephen King. He wrote it as somebody else. Because I know he put out some books as like a pen name. I want to say Richard Bachman or something. So even though I'm not a fan of his, I'm not completely ignorant of him. Am I going to see the Addams Family? Maybe. I might wait for it to come out on video and then rent it or something. Not sure. I loved the Addams Family movies from back, what was it, in the 90s or whatever, with Raul Julia and what's her name? I just saw it in the Angelica Houston and Christina Ricci. Those Addams Family movies. Those were a good time. Raul Julia was a great Gomez Addams, and Christopher Lloyd. That's who I think of when I think of Fester. Just great movies. The new one, I know it's animated and it's more true. The design is more true to the original comics, because I believe they were comics even before that 1950s or 60s or whatever TV show. Boy, we're really straying away from Transformers topics, but yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's totally cool. We'll talk about whatever you guys want, within reason. You think there'll be another Transformers movie? Without a doubt, there will be another Transformers movie. What will it be about? I have no idea. Is it going to be a continuation of Bumblebee? I'm pretty sure the whole movie verse that existed. I don't think we're moving on from the last night. The whole Unicron coming out. I think that's good. I think they're going to abandon that. I might be wrong, but Bumblebee did pretty well. So I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing another Transformers movie coming out. Probably picking up after Bumblebee. Although I have heard they might revisit the like the Cybertron scenes from Bumblebee, because obviously that was the best part of that movie, you know. Addams Family Reunions, the second one, terrible movie. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I definitely remember the first one was definitely the better of the two. Is it past the usual time? Oh yeah, it is past the usual time, but you know we started past the usual time though. So because I've got a counter down it right below my monitor. It's showing we're still about 5 minutes under the usual duration, even though we're beyond 9 o'clock. So if you guys got somewhere else to be, that's fine. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. You guys are coming in and out all the time, and that's fine. You know, that's what you do. That's what I do when I'm watching other people's streams too, usually. So, but yeah, we started a little late because of these other issues. So. Favorite creation of Stephen King is It and The Shining. Oh, he did The Shining. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good movie. Stop to watch SpongeBob. Yeah, I never watched SpongeBob. I think I was too cool for kids stuff when SpongeBob was really big, and by the time I heard a lot of other people being really into it, I was like, I'm too far gone. You know. So, do I have any Transformers merchandise for sale? Do you mean like old figures or other stuff like that? I mean, either way, the answer is no, but I was just curious what you're looking for. I have been wanting to try to come up with a logo for myself, you know, because we got a nice NonToxic Gamers logo there, and right now it's my my icon on YouTube is just my face, which is fine. But I have been wanting to have a logo created. That way I could slap it on a hat or a shirt or something like that. Oh, and I am getting more shirts. Somebody pointed out before that, oh, you wear the same shirt all the time. Well, part of it's branding, and so that you guys are so I look the same every time, so you guys can see. But at the same time, yeah, I do like a little variety. This is like the only Transformer shirt that I have that fits. I've got other ones that are a little too small for me, or rather that I'm too big for, guys. But I am looking to get a few more shirts. It's hard with my size because I'm pretty tall too. Because I can find shirts that fit me but aren't long enough, and gotta find places where that sell like the tall version, like an XLT, Oh, so you're looking for like Hoist T-shirts? Yeah, no, I don't have anything like that. But that's what I was just saying. That's where I think you were. That's what I thought you were kind of looking for. I've got ideas. I want to do it, but I just can't think of a good. I've got ideas thrown around, none of them that I really like. So, but yeah, I definitely want to. I definitely want to have something like that I can. Put out there for you guys if you want. If nothing else, I want to get something like that so that I can wear. So if I happen to go to a convention like TFCon in October, that might be a hint. But it'll be a little while. It's on my list of things to do. Just had a big meal. I didn't even eat dinner today because I was stuck on the phone. So I'm planning to go have a big meal as soon as we're done. A horror Transformers movie. They kind of did that in Transformers Prime. That one where the I forget what it's called. But where they kind of mixed like the synthetic energon and dark energon, and they kind of injected it into Silas when he was in the breakdown body, and he turned into kind of the zombie, and he had that little kind of thing that came out and would suck the energon out of the Viacons and turn them into zombies, and eventually got to Arachnid and turned her into a zombie and stuff like that. So they did kind of have a horror episode in Transformers Prime. And I want to say one of these like third-party add-ons, or maybe it was a Shapeways thing. Somebody actually made one of those little claws. It's kind of like the Alien movie where he's kind of got that extra little mouth thing that came out. Thirst. Okay, yes. So, do you just have this endless fountain of knowledge, or are you really good at looking things up when I mention it and don't know the answer? I mean, I'm impressed either way. And I thank you for the support. I'm just curious. Bacon, eggs, pizza, fries, and spaghetti all in the same meal? Wow. That is a heartburn episode waiting to happen with that meal there, Optimus. Is Punch a wrecker? I'm not aware of him being associated with the wreckers. Might be wrong. Just ingrained knowledge. I bow to your encyclopedic knowledge. Yes, one member of Grand Galvatron is the Prime Breakdown. Good point. So, R.I.P. Cliff Jumper. Yeah, it seems like Cliff Jumper's kind of caught the Optimus Prime disease, where he dies in every series he's in. Since what do you call it? Like Transformers Prime. Man, remember that when Transformers Prime came out, and Cliff Jumper, he's voiced by Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. We're going to have The Rock as part of a Transformers episode, and then he, spoiler alert, dies like halfway through the first episode. So, yeah. It was still fun while it lasted, though. Perfect voice for how they were portraying Cliff Jumper, though. And then, of course, he died after about 2 seconds of screen time in the Bumblebee movie. So... yeah, poor Cliff Jumper just can't seem to get a break. That's what he gets for being a copy of Bumblebee. You're going to paint yourself red. We can tell, Cliff Jumper. We can tell. Oh, man. Okay, we have officially hit the time, even accounting for the late start. So, I do appreciate everybody sticking around, even though we got started late and stuck around through the end. It's been fun. So yeah, we've got an individual event coming up for a Gmetal core. Managed to pull a 3-star and 2-star punch, but struck out on the 4-star. But that's okay. We'll get them eventually, maybe. Cliff Jumper's the Sean Bean of Transformers. Yep. And with that, I think it's time to go ahead and sign off. Thank you for everybody, and we will, we'll pick back up again next week at the usual time. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. See you next time.